Hey everyone, this is Jake, and today we are going to be quickly talking about this new game coming out today, which is called the Artery Gear Fusion. And there are a couple things I want to say about this game, both positive and negative, so we'll just quickly talk about it in this video, since the global version as well as the Korean version is coming out today. So let's jump into this video and talk about this game. So first thing, I'm gonna straight up say that I played this game for a couple months when the Chinese server came out, and this game is a literally carbon copy of Epic 7. They have different girls, of course, there's no male characters and such, and they're all mechanic girls, which I really enjoy and like. But game itself is just basically copy-paste version of Epic 7. And if you didn't enjoy playing Epic 7, you will most likely not enjoy this game either, because this game is a lot less than Epic 7 when it comes to content. It's not really main game worthy level of contents or playtime. But other than that, this game has more than enough basics, features, and fun, I think. It's not the game that'll blow your mind or such. It's just a game with the cute mechanic girls that happens to be turn-based game, pretty much copy-paste version of the Epic 7. The one positive thing I can definitely say is all this quality of life changes compared to Epic 7. The game, you can run it background auto, so you can farm hunts, like the farming gear auto, so that is pretty good. Another positive thing I can say is I think characters are pretty unique and they got this mechanic girl vibe going on, and that is very rare within gacha games. So this fills that void pretty well, so you will get what you need from this thing. And they also have pretty cool collaboration and like the frame arms girl collaboration and such. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But in that sense, yeah, this game fills that spot pretty well. And I think graphic wise, even though there's a tons of games coming out in the future with 3D and much better graphics and such, but I think graphic wise this game just does okay. It's definitely not a bad size, so I will try to give some positive points to that. I think it is much better than some of the 2D PNG games out there. So let's talk about some of the negative side. Definitely is not much content. PB wise, they have this event where you run the raid boss with your guilds members, and they have different elements, so you select different party and beat them down, get some points, get some event. It's pretty easy, so it's pretty good in the sense you don't have to stress over. It's just that that's pretty much it. There's nothing really exists other than that in terms of PvE. There are some challenging stages, but they don't really last that long. So I know Epic 7 has a lot of homework, but I feel like they should bring some over, and with the quality of life changes they have and able to run things auto in the background and such, I think it'd be much better game. Now the end game part this game has is PvP, but this is much like OG Epic 7. You're just fighting against the AI team the enemy has set up. It's not really that fun. You're just fighting against bots basically, and some of the characters are bullcrap. They have a lot of RNG mechanics, the speedy mechanic from Epic 7, as well as the combat readiness system. They're all here as well. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of frustration, like you feel like you should have won this thing but some random crap happened and you lose because of that. It will happen a lot, and some of the collaboration character is OP and stuff, so there is going to be a lot of frustration comes out when it comes to PvP. But overall, I think that's pretty normal for the PvP in the mobile game, so if you're used to it, it will probably don't bother you that much. But if you're brand new to PvP, yeah, this game's PvP will probably not sit you down that well, in my opinion. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And that's it for the content. There is nothing I can really mention in terms of anything that's long-lasting that you can sit down and play. That's why I said this is a side game. If you want anything more than that, you will be quite disappointed. Another thing is that monetization has been changed dramatically when it came to other servers besides Chinese server. But basically they increase the PD counts, they cut up the resource gain, so you get less materials and a lot less gacha pulls. So it's going to take you about 3 to 4 months to PD a banner, which is 200 PD. And reroll isn't that friendly. You have to go through actually quite far in the game. Like you have to clear at least 2-3 or 2-4, so that takes like 10-15 minutes at least. So that's going to be not that fun, and you only get like 10 pulls. So and you just have to try to get the 5-star character within that 10 pulls, then move on and such. So it's going to be kind of frustrating a lot of people. But I don't want to be doom posting. I just really hate doing that, but Japanese server has been burned down with all the difference they got with compared to Chinese server. So I'm pretty sure global server and other servers will probably get to a certain level. I know Korean server is getting burned down by that. If you've never heard of a Chinese server and you don't know what's the truth behind it, then it's probably okay, maybe. But as someone who played Chinese server for a couple months, I'm probably going to see a huge difference when I play this version of the game. But I'm looking forward to it. I will see how long I will last. But there is that for that. If you want to really know about what the Chinese servers of the gacha system works, then you can look it up. But there's no point, I think, is beating the horse. So I'll just talk about simply how this server's gacha system will work, which is the same thing as Japanese server, but basically it's pretty similar to Blue Archive. The PD count will be 200s, and each time you pull, you will get this point on the banner, and if you don't get any character within 200s, you are able to spend that 200 points to buy the character. Difference to compare to Blue Archive is that you have to use that point only that banner, and the dupe doesn't matter that much. So unlike Blue Archive, you're trying to go for some frags or something, that such thing does not exist. They have imprints like Epic 7 does, but just like Epic 7, it doesn't mean much. But the good thing about this points is that, so you have this 200 points that's kind of meaningless, that will convert into this points that you can spend on the shop. You can use this points to get the shop item and such. They sell gears and stuff, but I don't think it's really recommended. You probably only want to buy the 5-star character from the shop. The pity does not carry over as well. One last stingy thing about this game's gacha, I will say, is off-banner characters. So when you're doing a pick up banner characters, you will get the off-banner character, of course, and those off-banner characters are going to be locked as a standard pool. But those are the only 5-star you are going to be get. If you miss a new character banner, only realistic ways to get that character again will be whenever they rerun the banner. Banner characters, when it ends, it will go to standard pool. But the odds of getting what you want from that pool is so low, so unless you are giant ultra mega whale, you will not go for that banner at all. If anything, if you're that much a whale already, you probably went for the banner itself that had to run anyway, so it's just no point. So I think that's probably going to piss up a lot of people, we'll see. But it's a gacha game. If you get lucky, you stay. If you don't, you leave. So I don't want to doom post, so I'll just end here. And one last thing I'm going to say is, if you're thinking of investing a lot into this game, just remember who the publisher is. Just look at what other games they have published, or the crap they had in the past, and reconsider. Because this game, I'm going to be playing as a side game, of course, but I don't think I'm going to be investing a lot into it. But anyways, that is pretty much it about my just short impression, just my thoughts on this game, and hope that gives some insight for you guys when it comes to playing this game. And I will see you guys next time with more video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.